Show. Great is thy faithfulness. What time your show is starting? Oh, beta. Are you late?
No, I'm live.
You lying?
I'm live.
Can people hear me singing?
Yeah.
No. Are you serious?
I just turned it on.
Oh, you don't look like you live.
I know. Oh, what's up, guys? It's what time is it? 30 seconds late on my timestamp. Okay, so it's 9:01 a.m. U.S. Pacific. Thanks, man. Daylight time here in Los Angeles. Let me open up these. Let me open up my tabs. It is, as you know, it's Friday, loosey goosey Friday, Fob Friday song. Fa 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 fa. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. And the Spirit of God moved over the waters. Here, let me actually pull this over here. Do 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 do, and I'll play this. We're gonna have a fun show, I think, everybody. If I can get this thing going. It's 9:00 something a.m. here in Los Angeles, and we will get to your calls. Let me make sure that this is. Oh, crank this volume a little bit. There we go. So we're gonna. I'm gonna get to your super chats. I did see, I believe, some came in, and stuff like that. Redirect never works. Hake, says Chris. Claims Chris, whom I suppose should believe. But it's October 3rd, 2025 AD, and the views expressed on this show do not necessarily, or do not, period, represent the views of Hake. Don't represent Hake, okay? Or Bond, or JLP, or anything, you know? So, relax. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Yeah, relax. Let me actually do this. Since it is... Let me fix this. It's Fob Friday. AI Golardo. Courtesy. It's Fob Friday.
It's Fob Friday. We love the Hake report tonight.
So good. Canto pop. Oh, be right back.
闪烁眸光，流星海中远景，携手同行，迎接破晓黎明。This make it Fob Friday, sharing our wings， 让欢笑点映全新的名。It's Fob Friday.
Terrible. Woman means us. We. Something like that. We will be taking your calls, guys. I think. Come on, Simba. Let's go home. Thank you guys for bearing with me through the nice song. Thank you to, should I dox Carver as being the guy? He's never getting a girlfriend. SMH. I don't dox whether or not oh, my bad. I don't dox whether or not I have that mess. So, with that, everyone, the views expressed on Hake do not represent Hake. Like I said, take everything with a grain of salt, and you don't know, all right? You don't know. You don't know. You think you do, but you don't. Shout out. And relax, okay? Thank you to Pastor Chatelet. What's up to Jules Verne? It's horrible Japanese elevator music. No, it's it's like that was clearly Chinese. Duh. But anyway, guys. Right? Anyway. Let's just, I think, get right on with the AJ Gallardo original theme song of the Hake Report. Let's get going!
Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la.
Hey, you guys! We're having a fun loosey-goosey, allegedly, the Hake Report song. Nice. Get pumped, because we're going to do it. Shout out.
Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la.
So, how you guys doing? I'm fine. Yeah, and yeah, it's another Christmas shirt I'm wearing. For Friday. How you like it? I know I do. Start with JLP. Let me just do some minor adjustments over here. I would like to get to a couple of calls, at least one, before I get into the super chats and stories and things. Let me get to Josh in Georgia, who's on the line here. Josh, thank you for calling, man. What is up?
Hey, nothing much. What's up, man?
Not much. Good to hear from you.
Yes, sir. I was going to comment on Billy's call yesterday from Mississippi.
Yeah.
It really touched kind of touched the nerve. Not a nerve, I guess, but I could see where he's coming from, because it's like that's the main problem that everyone has in common now, is that nobody knows what to believe, what to trust anymore. It's like everything is like a scam. So that's why I guess he kind of kept repeating that, tell the truth kind of to you.
Yeah.
Kind of like, that's the root cause of everybody's issue, that we've all been lied to. And I don't know if anyone trusts the news anymore. It's like obviously, like laughably fake, And that's kind of what makes a flat earther or a black Hebrew Israelite or all your callers kind of have that in common, is that we all don't really either agree on or know what to trust.
But
that's
you
what
wouldn't.
It sounded like.
But you wouldn't. I don't know if that's what Billy was talking about, because I think Billy and I both know and agree that you won't find the truth in the news.
Right.
Like that's not where you find the truth. Even if the news were completely honest about the facts and events, and
Right.
they even if they reported pertinent facts, because they tend
Right.
to report stuff that fits their agenda, and then
Right.
like they sometimes they have no other choice but to report facts that don't fit their agenda sometimes, but in general they're just dishonest. But even if they were honest, that's not where you find the truth. That's not the truth. That's just facts.
Right.
Yeah.
Because didn't it used to be like that, in the past, that's what people watch the news for.
Yeah.
To kind of, go ahead.
Well, Billy is scared of going to hell.
Okay. Like, same here.
Yeah.
But isn't everybody's...
Yeah,
Right.
I mean that's a fear for many, many people. Yeah,
Right.
Definitely.
And that's like everybody's driving factor. That's everybody's motivation for whatever you do, whatever you believe. Your belief system is based around fear for most people.
Yeah, but not
I mean-
necessarily that specific fear. That particular fear is just one that is a thought that comes into your mind to scare you in the quiet moments sometimes, or when you're
Right.
getting older and approaching death, or thinking about death, thinking about your dad dying 48 years ago, or visiting the grave with your mother, and just becoming distraught in like a midlife crisis type of a situation. But fear in general, the spirit of fear is definitely a driving force, regardless of the particular object of the fear. The object is not the source of the fear, I think. You know what I mean?
What, the object? You mean like
The object of the fear. What are you afraid of? You're afraid of hell. That's not necessarily the source of the fear.
Pain. So, so what is the source then? Pain, right? Because there's a difference between practical fear or avoiding danger and then fear. Fear is like fake. It's really all an illusion, right? But then there's pain of like, I'm trying to understand what's going on in the world so I can, know not to go to the hood at night, or know what to look out for such and such, The blacks are going crazy, so I don't want to be in the black neighborhood, or that's kind of what the news is for. There's practical side of it, and then there's like a fake illusion fear side of it.
Right. He definitely was dealing with the spirit of fear.
Okay. But he said he wasn't dealing with the but I guess we all kind of are dealing with the spirit of fear.
Mm-hmm.
And more or less.
Consumed by it.
Right.
I also sort of related to him in that he seemed dissatisfied with the content I was presenting. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know exactly what he wanted, but he just wanted the truth. Give me the truth.
Right. And you know what? Right. And it's like, I think everybody's always kind of complaining about your show and everybody wants it their way, but the main thing, I think what people like is that you're being you, So we kind of don't want, everybody wants you to do what they want you to do, but then you'd be being fake, because that's your channel is not like most YouTube channels where they're just trying to get viewers. They're just trying to sell people. That's the goal of their whole channel.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like being yourself and hearing other people out, and everyone can call in and give their spiel on things.
Right.
So that's right. Most channels aren't like that.
Yeah. True. Huh. That's funny.
Yeah, everyone else is just trying to go viral, trying to get clicks, which is like makes it all fake,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool service where I can hear other people, because I relate to everyone else's cause. I see a little bit of them in me, so I can see myself, get to know myself better by hearing other people out, where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So that's pretty valuable to me.
Nice.
Yeah. And, that's, but then there's because he was kind of sounded like he was kind of putting you on a pedestal. I kind of do that a little bit. You know, I've kind of made it a habit to watch your show every day.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, yeah, I mean, I've done that over the years. And I remember when you were out for like a month for your back issues.
3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. We didn't know what to do. It was like, what do we watch?
Yeah.
You know? So that's kind of I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's, you know, it's a habit to just watch and see what's going on with Hake every day.
Nice.
You know, watching Jesse every day. And, but I guess you got to watch that because it can kind of, maybe I should just take a week off and fast, you know. It's kind of like you don't want to get too set in your ways of doing things. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah, or is that forcing it, you know? Can you, is that forcing yourself to not, I don't know, if it's right or wrong to be out of the habit of listening to Hake, you know? Putting you on a pedestal, maybe, you know? You're radicalizing me, man.
Nice.
Radicalized by Hake, yeah.
So are you ever going to come back and visit the men's forum or church? Any ideas to come back? Because I'm like, last time I saw you, you're like, this might be the last time I see you.
I know.
But that's just because you don't know what will come tomorrow, or was there something else that's going on?
I mean, I want to. Yeah. I don't know. I just work my job. I just happen to be in the area at that time.
That's cool.
If I get a weekend in LA, I'm there. No matter. I don't care if I have to drive 2 hours or whatever. But they rarely send me to LA.
Yeah.
But who knows? I may move to LA. You know, I may.
Oh yeah, I remember you were thinking about that before.
Yeah, it's always an option, you know. But just the taxes, man. I don't.
Yeah, no, I don't know if there's a reason to move to LA. Aren't they kind of against? I don't know if you're an independent contractor as a trucker, but it's not independent contractor or trucker friendly. I hear.
Right. Yeah.
There's like trucking companies that just no longer service California because of the crazy laws that they've made. I've heard.
Right, that is true, but you know that I wonder if that may be changing. You know, it could be changing because the company I'm with now, they rarely send me there. That was the first time in a long time they sent me to LA.
Yeah,
and I don't know. You know, it's just, I wouldn't never. I stay away from the big city. Every big city is the same. I stay away from. That's like the rule of thumb in all trucking.
That could be wise, man. That could be wise.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that. That's like known, like universal.
Have you seen in South Africa? I've heard over the years, recent years specifically, that they will like put up a roadblock and hold up a big rig and rob the big rig.
Right.
That could be coming here if
That's what everybody's speculating, and you know, but it's like I kind of doubt it because it's like I drive through Chicago all the time, right?
You heard of Reginald Denny?
He was in Detroit, or he was in
He was in Los Angeles.
During
the LA riots.
LA riot. Yeah. I heard they killed him, right?
I think he survived. I think he survived. Okay. They just they threw a cinder block on his head and kicked him. The blacks did. He was this white trucker.
Right.
They dragged him out of they stopped him amidst the, what was that? I think that might have been the Rodney King LA riots.
Yeah, Rodney King LA, with the rooftop Koreans and all that.
And so there was some helicopter view from above by a news helicopter, I guess. And it was like, oh my gosh. They're
beating them. You know, I don't think that'll happen because they have it controlled. The blacks only do what the government gives them the green light to do for what their leaders. So if word gets out that all the truckers around the country are gonna like band together or quit, you know, they don't want that.
Yeah,
because it's like that in Chicago. They have it very controlled. To where the high crime parts of Chicago, they know not to mess with truckers because, you know, they don't want the government, at least now, maybe that could change, but
yeah.
the government runs them. They're literal slaves of the government.
That's
The
interesting.
gangs, yeah. So, word is spread fast, and most truckers are very Second Amendment friendly kind of guys. So
Yeah, although it depends on where you are. If you end up using your Second Amendment, you could get in worse trouble than you may rather be.
Right. It's like Joe Biden said, right? Joe Biden said, fire 2 shots in the air, right? With a shotgun.
which is illegal in many areas.
Yeah.
Reginald Denny survived.
Yeah, okay.
I'm learning from Art in Ohio.
Okay. Oh, shout out Art.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, I doubt it's too many. I doubt it. That's not a threat. Like mobs.
Well, I wish you well, man, in your trucking.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking.
Yeah, you remember what's his name from Maine? Rick from Maine.
Yeah, that's right. People thought he was Peter Griffin.
Yeah, he had that accent. Yeah. Shout out to him, man.
Yes, America moves by truck.
Yeah. He's been in the game for 30 years or something. I guess he may have retired or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I used to hear him, and I remember he had when the Canada convoy trucker thing was going on, he called your show and he was like, "Hey, I know this is not going to amount to anything because the trucking industry is completely controlled by the government."
Interesting.
Basically, yeah, they have us completely controlled, so it's not like it used to be.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Well, right on, Josh. It's good to hear from you, man.
Yeah. Okay, man. I'll be listening. Appreciate the show, man.
All right. Take care.
All right, man. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Nice. William number 7. I don't know if I got to him yesterday. William number 7. How you doing, man?
3. It's 3.
Oh, William the 3rd. Yeah. Derek is dyslexic. 3-7.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. How you doing?
Doing well. I'm kidding about him being dyslexic.
That's a good call. What's his name? Josh.
Nice
Call, Josh.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Listen, we got some action up here in the Bay. The smash and grab with the 20, 19, 20, 21, 22 people when they got the axes and their.
Is that when they were armed and they had two guys at the front with guns?
They shot their way out. Yeah, they shot their way out up in San Ramon.
Yeah, I saw that on the JLP show the other week or the other day.
Yeah. They got one of them. I think they got maybe 3. They say 14 counts up here in the Bay Area, but I seen another news station that said it's actually closer to 42 counts. And his name, Nick is trying to pull him up. Since this is Black Friday, right?
It is.
All right. So his name is Jimmy Mac Ray. I don't know if it's spelled with an E or A. It's Jimmy Mac Ray. I don't know if his mother tried to name him Machiavelli or whatever because he was born in 98. So they said he's been pretty busy. He hit the TV station and took the TV camera from a TV station during the pandemic. So he's been pretty busy. He's not that old, but he's another one of those future pilots.
What a mess. Okay, I wasn't aware that they had caught anybody.
They got somebody. Yeah, this thing has been going all up and down California, these groups. It's like 5 or 6 groups, and they've been...
This is the first time I've seen them armed.
I haven't seen them armed either before. Yeah, you're right.
That's an escalation. Because remember, sometimes the store owners have been armed and fired shots and ran them off. But now the criminals are armed, and so it's escalating. It's a war.
I think that glass was bulletproof or something. It didn't shatter, and they shot it. Nothing after a while, they pushed it open.
Wow.
And so they're pretty organized. It's like 20 of these guys, and they hit you all at once, and they got the stolen cars out in the parking lot, and they get away and everything. And I'm sure you've heard them do it down there too. They probably go up and down the coast. Who knows?
Yeah, totally. It totally
Yeah.
could be. And, they're taking advantage of the rich areas. There was a...
Yeah, they're doing that too.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
they they're doing that kind of stuff. It's a shame that they're doing that.
It really is.
Some of the rich people actually work the hardest for their stuff.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of messed up for them to do that and everything. Well, how about my man Donald J. Trump?
Our greatest president.
Cutting up into that budget. Was it yesterday? 145 fired.
Oh, really? He's already fired a handful.
He's been firing a handful of them. So,
according to him, I haven't seen it. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure there's some people not feeling good, whatever the number is. You remember when he came in office, he told them about this thing. Hey, those departments have to go, and they're not good for people. The DEI departments, and spending all those billions of dollars to have those kind of operations within the government offices, it's not cool.
Yeah.
Well, what do
It's
you
not.
think? I don't think that's cool.
No, these are enemies of America who are entrenched in the government. So it's good to root them out, I say.
Yeah. What you got planned for the weekend?
I'm hopefully hit the beach or something. Not really sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm still away from home. I got 6 calves now, James.
Nice.
Yeah, so everything is quiet
Calves is in
up
baby
here.
cows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right
got
on.
2 steers. I got 2 steers, 3 heifers, and a little small bull. And they're getting out to be able to go in the field. They're a couple of months old now.
Yeah. Right on, man.
Yeah, so relaxing. I see this economy getting better for the people that are younger. They're going to really make it good off this because the tax thing's coming through too in January, right?
I don't know about that thing. What? I don't know.
But that's
Probably.
coming up too, I think. Yeah, because I think the last tax season was Joe Biden's. I think this up and coming.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be Trump taxes coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, especially all the younger people that's have mortgages and buying homes and having young families. That's good for them.
Yeah. Yes, totally.
It is. I think it is. Well, happy Black Friday, James.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, William.
Take care.
You as
All
well. Bye. David in Ocala, Florida is on the line here. David, thanks for calling, man. What's up?
Hey, Hake.
Hey.
Shout out to William III and Golden Rule TV. How's that?
Nice.
Nice.
Golden Rule is
Hey,
the guy in the chat, guys, and Golden Rule always
Golden
has
Rule
some.
in the chat.
He has some interesting musical tips.
Yeah, I think he lives in Pensacola, right up the road
doxed.
from me.
Right on.
Yeah, about 3 hours away or
Kidding
something. Anyhow, I called, man, because I heard your caller Billy calling you.
Yeah, yesterday Bill
Yesterday.
called in upset about, fear of hell, and he wanted the truth from me.
Yeah, fear of dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I was thinking about that, and first thing, if you're scared to die, probably one of the worst things you could do is go to a grave site. Okay, you got what I'm saying? I mean, that's but.
So it was interesting. He's 52, and his dad died 48 years ago, if I remember correctly. And so he would have been like 4 years old or something like that, plus or minus.
That's terrible.
When his dad died. Wow, that's young.
That's how to that. I can't even imagine that. I ended up having 3 fathers in my life. Okay, so. Anyway, but I called because the older a person gets, unless they surrender to God, the more they're going to fear death. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Because everybody really knows there's a God. Okay, you got what I'm saying? Even though they try to tell you they don't believe, even the atheists, they know in a way, deep down inside. I think they really know.
You might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's why one of the reasons why I want to call is because if you give your life to God at a younger age, it's way easier. If you wait, now I'm not saying Billy hasn't given his life to God. This is just for everyone, okay?
Yeah.
If you don't surrender to God when you're young, it becomes harder and harder and harder to do it the older you get. Because what you've done is this is for a lot of people that I've noticed. Yeah, because what you've done is like that selfish woman, okay? That woman that's selfish and everything's about her, all right?
A theoretical selfish woman.
Any of them, okay? I use that as an example instead of a man. I mean, there's men like that too, but when you become, there's a lot of people out there when they're young, they're very, very selfish and self-centered. And when they're like that, what they've done is they've made themselves God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that is. So, and it's not even their real selves. It's the devil speaking into them what they think would be good for themselves. It's how selfishness is so counterproductive for a happy life?
Yeah, like the song, I Did It My Way. See, you find the truth. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for the truth. That Jesus said, I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the life. Okay? Yeah. And when you study the Word of God and you learn the truth, then you realize what this whole thing is all about. It's a big fight against good and evil. That's it, man.
Yeah.
So,
it's true.
And then
it's mainly really in your own self. But you're tempted
the battle's in the mind.
Yeah, but you're tempted to fight the evil that you perceive in others, whether you rightly or wrongly perceive it.
Yeah, well, there comes a point, where it comes a point when certain people just can't take it no more, okay? Like I was watching a video last night about that sheriff that shot that judge in Kentucky in his freaking in his chambers. That happened like about a year ago, where that sheriff just took his gun out and shot the judge and killed him right there in his chambers on video.
Whoa. Yeah. I don't remember that story offhand. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, they were doing all kinds of terrible things in that county to women. And the dude just snapped, okay? He couldn't take it no more, okay? So, everybody, in other words, everybody has their breaking point.
Right.
I don't care who you are, okay? But, and so this is one other thing I want to say. When you receive the Holy Spirit from God, you don't fear for your life anymore, okay? That's another thing that happens for you when you receive Christ and you receive the Holy Spirit, because this is what they did. The disciples and everybody, the apostles, waited in the upper room for 50 days for that to come. Jesus said, remember, because Jesus said, it's better that I go so I can send back the Comforter, the Holy Spirit. So they waited for it. And 50 days, and it came, and it said, once they received the Holy Spirit, it says they feared for their, I'm just paraphrasing, they feared for their lives no more and went and preached the gospel with boldness.
Nice.
Yeah, because they were scared to death, dude. I mean, they're
after their main man got killed, crucified.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and another thing is like, I'll be honest with you. When I quit drinking like 6 years ago, and whenever I socially drank or whatever, I would get depressed, So, so I quit drinking, and I felt better.
Yeah, I bet for sure, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I started to say in response to the no drinking thing. My family, nobody drank in my family, at least not that I was aware of. And it seems like it's just a better life that way.
Nice. Yeah. Because alcohol's a depressant, man. So if you got if you got the blues going on, it just increases the blues, and it makes you sad. And why do you think all those country bars are full of people?
Because they're just passing just killing time, killing their lives.
Yeah, and they play that music, and then they're like, "Yeah, let me have a beer," you know, and everything. So, all right, well, listen, I just want to call in and give my 2 cents, man. To Billy, I suggest just surrender your life to God, man. That's it. That's all you can do, and read the Bible and learn the truth about God. That's what sets you free.
Nice.
That's why Jesus said, think about it. When you know the truth about what's really gone down and what's about to go down, it gives you some kind of peace. It gives you peace because you know God's in control. And there are certain things that we can't do anything about. We couldn't stop it if we wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they got this. I'll leave you to this. There's this massive religious thing going on called NAR, New Apostolic Reformation is the name of these people, okay?
Uh-huh.
And there's a thing called the 7 Mountain Mandate that these people are trying to tell these people. They're basically that Christians need to take over the entertainment, the government, all these social things, okay? Education, all that. And Jesus is waiting for them to do that before he'll come back. And I'm like, are you people out of your mind? Okay.
People get all kinds of cockamamie ideas in their head.
Well, it's a power trip, man. It's just all about power. That's what all these people want. If you notice, even in our government, like, Biden wanted power. Kamala Harris wants power.
Yeah.
Oh, remember yesterday when you brought up Kamala Harris's name? Do you remember pulling that up on the screen?
Yeah. Devi, I guess, is her middle name.
Yeah, you know what that means in Hindu?
No.
I typed it in the chat. It means goddess.
Oh, wow.
Think about that. Oh yeah. So they in
Hindi.
They gave her, they must have been worshiping her when she was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were telling her at 6 years old, "You're gonna be somebody."
Wow. Well, you may have heard earlier this week, I reported about in Nepal, there's this 2-year-old girl of some guy who was named a goddess, a virgin goddess. They named this 2-year-old girl until she reaches puberty, at which point she becomes a mere mortal, like the one who preceded her. What a weird, and that's a Hindu and Buddhist goddess, supposedly.
Right.
Crazy.
Well, it's just like the Jews, man, back in Israel, wanting to worship other gods. That's why God is so, like Oprah got mad because the preacher said that read where God said, "I'm a jealous God. You shall have no gods before me." And she had a problem with God saying he's jealous. Okay, that's no fear of God. You got what I'm saying? That's no fear of God. You're going to run your mouth like that. And she's derailed ever since. Okay, and anyway, they always want to go somewhere else. Okay,
interesting.
Except to the Lord. You follow me?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I think I might have told you this before. I got about 1.5 miles away from me. These people are building a house, and behind their house, they got a 12-foot tall concrete Shiva.
Oh, man.
In the back of their yard.
And you're down in, Florida, I guess. Florida, you get all types. Down there.
It's crazy, dude.
I
could tell something was wrong. I'm very spiritual. I walked out my door one day and I could just sense something was not right, just a little ways from my house, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna think I'm crazy. I got a buddy of mine that lives about right by these people's house, and I'm thinking, man, I hope everything's okay with my buddy Tony. And then I'm driving down the road and I see it, and I knew that's what it was, dude, because those false idols like that, they draw demons, dude. And that's why I tell people, don't ever put a Buddha in your house. Don't put no Shiva statue in your house, and don't be bringing no African masks into your house, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, all hell will break loose, bro.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, man. You have a great day. Thanks for letting me call. And Billy, man, I hope the best for you. And
me too.
Seek the Lord. There you go, man.
Right on, David. Thank you, sir.
All right. Hey, later on. Y'all have a great weekend.
You as well. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Somebody in the chat, I'm chuckling because somebody in the chat asked me, Hake, your family didn't drink, because I said to David that my family, nobody in my family that I knew of drank. And he's like, what kind of Irish family did you grow up in? Well, contrary to popular belief, I'm not particularly Irish. I'm much more Scottish, Danish, English than Irish, I think. I'm like a quarter Scottish, I guess. I don't know. Right. By way of one grandma. A quarter Danish by way of another grandma. And then part English and other things. My grandpa, one of them was from Virginia, and then the other one was from like, Iowa or something? And he was sort of a mystery. And I saw also in the chat during Punchy TV, so okay, there is an Irishman in my family tree according to my big brother. But whatever, I don't know, because Irish are known to drink and fight and be criminals and be police and be indentured servants for 7 years in America or whatever, I don't know. And they identify with their Irishness, and so I pick on them. And people get offended. And I mean it all in good fun sometimes, but sometimes it goes too far, I admit. I repent. And I falsely claimed, apparently maybe, that Irish race mix more per capita. And the reason I got that, I think I got this impression anecdotally. I use anecdotal evidence to make a generalization sometimes. And I think it's valid sometimes, but it may not be valid. I think Age of Inversion was like, he's just pulled that out of his rear. He didn't say rear. That Irish race mix, interracially marry. Well, I got this from The Antidote, I guess, maybe. And I'm not blaming The Antidote or Jesse Lee Peterson, the author of The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. But rebuildingtheman.com /stores. This one. But Cassius Clay, known better among the normies as Muhammad Ali. Normies know him as Cassius Clay too, but his namesake or whatever, I don't know, I read this to you guys, probably. He was, his mother's maiden name was the last name of an open-minded Irishman farmer who married a black woman. That was his grandpa or great-grandpa or something. So Cassius Clay had white blood by marriage, not by rape. And it was an Irishman who married a black woman. And so I'm like, oh, these Irish. I only need one example, bad example. Not that it's bad to marry interracially. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. Well, although I do have a slight bias against it. It just looks a little odd oftentimes. But, people, I understand. And even relate a little bit. Yeah, so Cassius Clay is a descendant he's part Irish American. Or he was. He's no longer that. He's no longer even black. He's gone. He's gone to be with the Lord or with some person, some entity. I don't know where Muhammad Ali went. They say you either go to heaven or hell. Or you go into waiting. Some people think, whatever. So anyway, so that's I guess that's where I got the notion, Age of Inversion. Jude 1:7 says Age of Inversion. Yeah, it's going after strange flesh. Jude 1:7, it says something about Sodom and Gomorrah. Let's see, they went after strange flesh. What is it? But strange flesh, I thought that some people think it meant homosexuality because it is strange to go after, and it goes. There is no part of the body in which so-called that type of perversion actually even works, except for the strange part. Okay, so I don't know. It's a little explicit and vulgar, but I thought that it might be. I don't know what it was. Perversion. But some people assume that strange flesh means foreigners' flesh, meaning other races, interracial. And it does, on the face of it, look a little perverted. Okay? So I understand, whatever. If you want there's a different word for homosexuality. I know, but there's all kinds of phrases for homosexuality. In Spanish, for example, there's, I don't want to repeat them. There's one M word that starts with Mari, and then there's another word for it that starts with Mari. Sorry, Mari. And then there's another word, and another word, and another word. They have so many words for it. So, FYI. So, means of another tribe, claims age of inversion. Whatever. I will let you in on something. Bible bashers. Exercise a little common sense and don't know necessarily. Is what I do. Whether I have common sense, whether I am connected to my common sense, let's say common sense is common to all. The Lord wrote his law on our hearts, they say. And it makes sense. He made us. He would let us know what we need to know. But some of us get disconnected from our common sense, or all of us get disconnected from our common sense, from the law of the heart. And that's partly why we need actual real laws. And so I don't really rely on Bible bashing and insisting you take this interpretation or that. You know, it seems a bit odd to be harping on it that harshly. But you may know, and I may not. Age of inversion. Shout out. But anyway, yeah, I thought that the Irish did it more per capita, and it would kind of make sense if it were true, but it may not be true, that they would mix more per capita. You know, there's this horrifying picture. Are they Irish? I don't know. Or are they Jewish? I don't know. Or are they Scottish? I don't know. All of the different white countries, in some form of it or another, have been like compromised. All people have been compromised, really. But this is an interracial family, a mixed race family. The grandfather and grandmother aren't, but the son married an Asian apparently, and the daughter got with a black apparently, and got 4 kids by him. That was a punchy TV segment. This guy says, I wonder if the Eurasian Superman child, which one is that? Him, maybe? I don't know. Will grow up to be magnificent, sophisticated, the supreme gentleman, but you girls just don't see it. That was funny. I like that because that's a reference to the supreme gentleman. I don't know. That's a little bit gross. I won't repost the picture. I'll repost the reply to the picture. That's cute. That's funny. And I'm the only person to like and retweet that one. Let me give him a thumbs up and a XD. Nice. I don't know how to do emojis on a PC. PC is for serious people. But you know how the Irish are all into being Irish. It just makes them a little bit different from normal whites. Also, they're Catholic. And Catholics are either too loosey-goosey or too Nazi-Yahtzee. Too Nazi, which means too strict, is what I mean. So, I could be wrong. FYI about the Irish. So you may have shaken me out of that repeated fake news. Hake news, we have established, is fake news. Age of Inversion. Thank you, sir. Where's Age of Inversion? How come I'm not seeing him? I thought I saw him. Jude 1:7. Yeah. Nice. That's not what Nazi means. Yes, Nazi means overly strict. You don't be a Nazi about it. That's what Nazi means. Overly strict. That's why I call people Nazi commies, because they're overly strict commies. It's ridiculous. Calm down. Fake news is very fake news. Says, come on, man. I know. Come on, man. And I'm not even sure where to start with how wrong it is. So that's that. Another quick point to make regarding Zenny's call, for example. You guys are gullibly incredulous, which sounds like it might be, credulous means gullible, right? But if you're gullibly incredulous, you're like, you fall for being incredulous about stuff that perfectly makes sense. You know that guy who went to Dairy Queen after allegedly shooting Charlie Kirk? He thought he got away with it according to the text, if you believe that text. He's like, I thought that I was going to die with this secret. He stated to his roommate, we'll call it, the title of his roommate. And so since he thought he got away with it, and he'd been planning this thing for a week, and he was nervous before the shooting, he probably felt a little relief, actually, after finishing the shooting and getting away from the campus where he shot Charlie Kirk. He's like, now I gotta treat myself. I got away with it. Act normal. Go to Dairy Queen. Get a blizzard. It makes sense, potentially. So you're acting like something doesn't make sense when it makes sense. In terms of how a person may act following a shooting. Granted, you're thinking he should be on the run, but he's thinking he got away with it once he left the campus, perhaps. And he is still nervous because he did have to stash the weapon and stuff like that, and cops are around. But I don't know when the Dairy Queen visit took place, but it makes some sense. You're just falling for every little thing and pretending like it doesn't make sense, and it was more likely the Jews or whoever who conducted or commissioned this assassination of beautiful Charlie Kirk. What a mess. So, but I have been fake news before. Diane Fossey is the woman from Gorillas in the Mist. This is interesting. This guy murdered her. Diane Fossey, you've heard of this gal. She's the one from Gorillas in the Mist. Sigourney Weaver, pretty gal, woman from Ghostbusters, I guess. I don't know, what is she most famous for? She's a pretty gal, sort of pretty anyway, somewhat, for the 80s. From those 80s movies, Gorillas in the Mist. This woman, Diane Fossey, was an activist, troublemaker sort of thing, and she was into gorillas in terms of study for science or whatever. American, by the way, as opposed to Jane Goodall, who was English, British or whatever. And she was murdered in Rwanda. Rwanda is a violent place, but what did Rwanda do? And it might be a corrupt place. They convicted some white man for her murder, because the white man got a call about her murder. It was a horrific murder with a machete. And he didn't disclose it when he got back home to like Oklahoma City. And in 2005, she got murdered in where? 1985, assassinated. She was causing problems for the poachers. People were poaching, meaning illegally hunting gorillas. And this guy, he's claiming he's a fellow scientist, Wayne McGuire. She had like emphysema, alcoholism, according to this report in this news article that I read from 2005. The Oklahoman. Emphysema, there you go. 53-year-old Diane Noe Fossey had emphysema and alcoholism per McGuire. And he got her trust and friendship, but then after a while, like she was making a bunch of enemies, like a woman might, an overly activist woman might, who knows? And a horrible murder. So he got convicted in absentia. They convicted him in Rwanda. Rwanda is where they had like a genocide, right? That's crazy. Stay away from Rwanda. And then they got this guy for it. But they didn't get him. They just said, oh, it was him. And the court said, yeah, it was him. And then he didn't declare that, and he got rejected or fired from some job he was doing like mental health help here back in the States. What a mess. Crazy. All kinds of drama and lies, and you don't know what the truth is. Oklahoma City man lost his job with the Nebraskan government due to a murder conviction in Rwanda. He claims he was made a scapegoat, which I could believe, I don't know, by officials in the African country. So, I don't know. So, it's just a little somewhat interesting side note about Diane Fossey. What a mess, huh? Anyway, that's the old news from Hake News. It's crazy. So let's review. Where have we been? We have talked. I finished up with David. I talked about. What did I talk about? Let's review. Irish. Was it the Irish that I talked about? Was it the Irish? Oh, yeah, Irish. Yeah. My family's not Irish. And, okay, not really. I'm not sure if okay, credulous, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know where we left off. So, Gorillas in the Mist. Side story. The credulous. Gullibly incredulous. And the Supreme Gentleman, maybe? I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out later. Well, thank you guys for bearing with me through that. Let me just get back to the calls. Jermaine in Canada is on the line over here. Jermaine, thanks for calling and holding, sir. How you doing? Jermaine, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, there you are.
Oh, hey, Hake, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Nice. You got some really pretty good callers today. Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. I kind of forgot why I called, but...
About fear. You had a comment about fear, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was saying the truth shall set you free. That's interesting. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to watch that video that I sent you, but since they were talking about fear, I'm like, let me give a call in on this because the same guy, Gary, I forgot his last name. He's Sri Lankan. So the Minister of Safety here in Canada, that's the guy that Jim was talking about yesterday that announced the gun laws. So.
Oh, Jim in Alaska.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave me a super chat about this. Let's get to this. If I scroll down to Jermaine's super chat. Hi, Hake. Good morning. Checked out in the info from Jim in Alaska, and it's crazy. Jim in Alaska said that they're doing gun confiscations, and they're rewarding you for turning in your gun. They're giving you money. And the same guy who's now the Minister of Public Safety used to be the Minister of Justice, came to Canada as a refugee from Sri Lanka, and now he's telling law-abiding citizens to turn in their firearms. Just because you hand in your guns doesn't mean criminals will. That's a quote from who? You?
Yes.
He said, how does that even make sense? They're acting like the gun is the problem, not the person using it. Canadians are so asleep, it's unbelievable. Even if you're asleep, you have to see how dumb that logic is. And you attached a video for me. Did you approve me? Because I couldn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's private for you because the guy account is.
It's your account.
It's open.
But you gave me
it's from
yours.
my account?
Yeah.
Oh, I sent you a link for the video. Interesting.
Yeah, but it says Jermaine RPM.
Okay, I may have sent you the wrong link then. It was this guy that was on. You remember that Jubilee video? And they were debating that lady, the far left Utopia lady. I forgot her name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Antonio or something like that. I forgot. But the guy was talking about. It's funny because I listened to that clip and I was like, that's interesting because he said, we trust in our law-abiding citizen to comply with the law. I was like, wow, And then he went on and say, like, we're giving you from this October to next October. And he went on to say, and paraphrase it, he went on to say, like, our citizens are law-abiding citizens, so we're trusting in them to turn in their weapons. I'm like, this guy's crazy.
If you trusted them to turn in their weapons, you would trust them to handle their weapons responsibly and never be a problem with their weapons. It's stupid. You're right. You're so right about that.
So I'm like,
the law-abiding armed people are not the ones you need to be concerned about. It's the criminals. What a mess.
So I'm like, this guy's pretty manipulative because right away when I'm listening to him, I saw that Todd comes in, I'm like, I'm a good citizen, and it's like, I'm returning my gun for the safety of other people.
It doesn't even make sense, huh?
In the country.
The only thing is that sometimes children or young people of law-abiding citizens, such as the case of the guy who shot Charlie Kirk, he used his grandpa's gun or his father's gun or his own gun given to him by his grandpa or father, whatever. Maybe it wasn't even given to him. And used it for evil, even though his family seemed decent on the outside. Maybe the fathers are weak, and that's what happens when fathers are weak. The young men are out of control. But that's the logic that they use. They destroy the families. They're for the self-destruction of families. They're for the self-destruction and weakness of men. And then they pretend to be against criminals, but that's what that breeds, is criminals. They did it with the black family in America, and they're doing it with all the families in America. And in Canada, probably. Socialists.
Oh, yeah. Canada is messed up.
They breed liberalism and emotions. They worship emotions, and people who worship emotions, some of them end up committing violent crimes. Others commit spiritual crimes, even though they may not ever be violent, they're committing spiritual crimes. And this is what happens when you worship emotions. Emotions are the root of the shootings. And then emotions are also the root of the false solution, which is gun confiscation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the speech was just so interesting, man.
Yeah.
And then he went on to say, what did he say again? He went on, where he was saying, oh, you're good law-abiding citizen. I give you a year. And then he said, and then a reporter asked him, so what if they don't turn in their gun? He's like, well, the cops and their people will designate you as designate it as a crime. So
wow.
they're going to start coming after you if you don't turn your gun in. So not only did he get you in your imagination saying, oh, you're a good law-abiding citizen, so you judge yourself.
Yeah.
Then he instills fear in you. So now you're now in your thoughts and imagination, and he's taking you away from seeing the truth of what he's saying, because he's a liar. This guy's an evil person. And because he take you away into your imagination, you're not able to see now. You're judging yourself. What should I do? I'm a good person, so I'm going to turn my gun in. Now you're guilty, and you're judging yourself, which was interesting to see. And it all starts with the fear, because that's when the callers call about fear. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You know? It's all fear, and it just takes you away from the real thing.
That's
so
true.
That was interesting to see.
Wow. It's a physical example of the results of fear, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Assault-style firearms. What a mess.
I don't know how I end up sending you the wrong video. I wanted you to play it so the audience could see it. It's so messed up, man. It's crazy.
No worries, man. We'll come across it at some point soon. Or you can send it once you find it. Send it again once you find it. So.
Yeah, I'll try and send in a super chat before you end. Okay.
Good to hear from you, man.
All right, Hake. Have a good show, man.
Thank you, sir. Take care. Okay, a few super chats over on buymeacoffee.com/The Hake Report. Happy Friday, Hake, says Anthony, in memory of Jane Goodall. And given recent events instigated by the religion of peace, quote unquote, which is a reference to Islam, right? I wanted to, and he's probably referring to the car ramming and stabbing in Manchester, England at the synagogue, in which 2 people were killed, 3 severely injured, and a third person was killed. That would be the alleged suspect. I don't know if that's the final body count or whatever. But anyway, I want to share one of my favorite verses with you from an authentic hadith. Hadith is something different, I believe, from the Quran, because they pretend like the Quran's the only thing. But no, the Quran is only one of the books. It's like the Christians pretend, or the Christians who hate Jews, pretend that the Talmud is the main thing, when it's the Torah is the main thing. But anyway, keep in mind, Sunni Muslims, 85 to 9% of Muslims worldwide, are Sunni, and consider the hadith of Bukhari as divinely inspired by Allah. I saw a she-monkey surrounded by a number of monkeys. They were all stoning it. A she-monkey. The surrounding monkeys were throwing stones to kill the she-monkey, a female monkey, because it had committed illegal sexual intercourse. I, too, stoned it along with them, said Sahih al-Bukhari 3849 for your audience to reference. If Goodall witnessed this, I bet her brows would get bulldogish real fast. Angry. On another note, interesting, I suppose, Palestinian militant groups have carried out approximately 138 suicide bombings since 2001. Palestinian militant groups, 138 suicide bombings since 2001, and it has been 24 years or so since 2001. Also, have you seen how Palestinians celebrated the 9/11 attacks? Maybe. Was that where they were dancing in the streets? Truly upstanding citizens your Canadian audience is supporting. Hashtag, / sarcasm. End sarcasm. Huh. Yeah, they're brainwashed to hate America and Israel. Because of victimhood. Victims become perpetrators. Victim-minded people, like the blacks, like the Palestinians, like many of these Muslims, and many other people too, of course. It's a human nature thing. Celebrate and become perpetrators. Godspeed to the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. Nice. Thank you. Thank you to Anthony. Jermaine mentioned this, and I read that. Thank you, Jermaine, for your coffee. About a Sri Lankan refugee turned Minister of Justice, turned Minister of Public Safety, taking away your right to your Second Amendment. Not that you have a Second Amendment in Canada. It would be called something else, but we'll just call it 2A. Even though it's inaccurate, Hake news is fake news. Take everything that you hear with a grain of salt. San Gabriel man. Hello, Hake. I need advice from a sage. Hopefully this is not something bad. I'm in a bit of a moral conundrum. My neighbors are undocumented. By that he means illegal. And I hear ICE is giving bounties on them for $$, $$ rewards, meaning hundreds of dollars, 3 digits, triple-digit rewards. My income this year is in the triple digits. Anyway, that's a joke. I have a vital medical procedure I needs to survive. Enlargement surgery. See, I knew that this was going to be something bad. I can't live without it, and the bounty reward is enough to cover it. I'm also a beta male, and I engage in something with my neighbor's daughter, so reporting them seems like a win-win. I end the beta relations and get the money to cure my condition, but my college-educated intellectual friends say otherwise. What say the great Hake? I say good luck to you, good sir. Do what you see to do. I cannot advise. I respectfully refrain from advising you, sir. That's not funny. At this point, just call me Mike, bought a coffee. Hake, I won't be able to call today. Again. On Fridays, he sometimes is able to, but sometimes Fridays he's not. I'm going fishing on the St. Laurent River in Quebec City. It's beautiful. You should look it up. Until then, don't forget, tell the truth, brother. Purple devil, cute face emoji. Okay. David in Ocala's voice. How do you say this in French? St. Laurent River. St. Lawrence River? Hold on. Quebec. Okay, so that might be it. St. Lawrence River. How do you say it in French accent? St. Lawrence River, pronounce. Oh, come on. How to say? Oh. Okay, so the St. Lawrence River in English, St. Lawrence, I guess, and Saint Laurent is with the Saint pronounced san, the T is silent, and Laurent is Laurent. Sorry, guys, I'm sorry. I am amused by this.
And it's also
Oh, I hate this guy's voice. Prepare your ears for ear R word.
with YSL, the fashion brand company. It's also the name of a river, I believe, isn't it, in North America? That's at least the French name of the river named St. Lawrence.
That's right.
In English.
Yeah.
In Canada, Ontario, Saint Laurent. Saint, yes, the T is silent in French. Saint Laurent in English, Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent
I wasn't
in
far.
French, Saint Laurent. So you could say it as Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent. Here are more videos on how to pronounce more
let's go back.
words
Let's go
and
back a little
use
bit.
Too many mispronounced.
I really am getting too much bass in his voice.
Say it as wrong.
Saint
Yes,
Laurent.
that's-
Oh, anyway, you got the Saint Laurent. Nice. Thank you, YouTuber who wastes too much time not getting to the point. Sounds familiar? At this point, just call me Mike. And don't think I'm running from your question. You don't know me. Speaking loud. Which question? I don't even remember which question. I wasn't even thinking that you're running from my question. Unless you're talking to somebody else like Anthony. Does Anthony think that you're running from his question? I don't know. Don't worry, Mike. I'm not thinking anything. You French Canadian anti-Israeli person. Cesar, it's my second to last day of my vacation. I'll be back to my regular routine Sunday. Have an awesome show today, man. Thumbs up, celebration, strong arm, praying hands, okay sign. Thank you, Cesar. Eric, no such thing as practical fear. Fear is fear. Not going into the hood at night is common sense. How do you feel about it? How you feel about it is the lie. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, Eric. I think that there's, like a bear scares you, right? A bear may come up and frighten you. There could be a flush of adrenaline that reaches you because of the physical, maybe even practical fear, if there is a practical fear, to dispute with him a little bit. But let's say it becomes quickly impractical because it's too much, it's too far. Kind of like an allergic reaction. And an allergic reaction is meant to like protect you, but it's allergic, it's too much. It hurts you more than it protects you. So where fear takes over and you're frozen, or you run so insanely and unawares that that you run into a barbed wire fence and cut yourself up and get caught by the bear anyway. That would be impractical fear, even though it was the thing, what is that stuff that I just said? Adrenaline pumps into your body so that you can run full speed without a good warm-up and hopefully not pull too many muscles, or at least even if you're pulling them, you're still able to function with your body to get away properly or fight the bear off properly, right? Is a God-given gift, that adrenaline sometimes. So maybe, Eric, nice. But you don't want to have a debilitating fear of the blacks like some women get, where it's just debilitating and it's unreasonable, it's irrational. Some of it is rational, others is irrational. Some of it is practical, some of it is impractical. So I don't know. Thank you, Eric. It's just a word. It can mean many things, you know. And this man is sending me this tip. After all, here's the last little tip from Jermaine in Canada, I think. Hold on, let me refresh and unmute, okay?
How is this? You say that the program is voluntary, but after the amnesty ends, the people are not in compliance with the law. So how is this truly voluntary?
So Canadians starting in Cape Breton today will be able to enroll in the program, be able to get compensated if they were to turn their firearm in, or they will be able to get compensation if they deactivate and confirm that it's deactivated with a certificate. So it is strictly voluntary. Nobody is being forced to undertake the buyback program. Well, the expectation is that they will comply, and the order in council, as you know, is being extended from this October to October of 2026. So there is a one-year window. Our expectations is that law-abiding citizens will abide by the law, and beyond that, the police of jurisdiction is tasked to, as you know, implement the criminal code.
If Canada is the rule of law, why did you offer to pay someone the difference in compensation and bail them out of jail? You're a minister. Why'd you say that?
Let's maybe put this in context. This was a private conversation with an individual that I've known for many years. I said these two issues frankly, in bad humor, that is being misinterpreted. It is very clear that there was a private conversation. It is with someone. It is an acquaintance.
You told me. Well, I believe what you said on
I'm a little irritated by these females' voices, but
the phone.
Well, first of all, it's not the phone. It was in the context of a private conversation in person.
I'm not familiar with the backstory of this guy's private conversation where it somehow got out, but
important is that if you look at it in context, that was not a serious attempt. It was a bad attempt at humor on my part. It was in no way.
Oh, now he's claiming he was joking. Who knows if he was joking or not? But whatever.
To suggest that they will either I will bail them out or otherwise. That is not.
Why should you do humor about? Is it a subject you should do humor about?
Let's look at the context of it. It was a 20.
Even the male who's questioning him is
in a conversation and
effeminate
and
seemingly.
As part of the conversation in a private setting, it was a range of issues that we discussed. So it is humorous.
It is humorous. I'm with you, man. I like dark humor, although I don't get it. Although I'm not really with this guy because he's a liberal trying to take away the guns.
Your intention was to see that this program moved along quicker, and what we have today is maybe, hopefully, 200 guns in Cape Breton. Have you not failed at the task of getting this moving faster?
Absolutely not, because we need to test the system that we have for individual gun owners. The next 5 to 7 weeks is a test period.
It's crazy. It sounds like these reporter women who are hounding this guy are these reporters. I don't know. This is from Anthony Brian Logan 3 days ago on Anthony B. Logan on IG. Liberal Public Minister Gary Sangari. Pardon my butchering of your name, Mr. Sri Lankan. Refugee, according to Jermaine in Canada, turned one of the minister and then a different type of minister. Hit with a barrage of questions about the gun buyback program in Nova Scotia, Canada. Nova Scotia, New Scotland, right? Kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. Now this is reflecting badly on my Scottish roots. After he was caught on a recording suggesting that the voluntary, quote-unquote, program would become involuntary after the amnesty period ends. But it kind of is involuntary if it is kind of involuntary if they're doing, whoa, I disclaim this person. I mean, after a proper trial and if it's actually like legitimate, what is this thing? What is that thing that's a hangable offense? If it's legitimate treason and it's severe crime, then yeah, I suppose, but no, I disclaim this person saying hang them all. I of course disavow that, but whatever. Alberta news. Here's this guy here trying to explain himself. According to Jermaine in Canada, they're at the end of it. Oh no, according to punchy.tv / where was that? Was that on Hake? If we mosey on over here, you'll see Hake playing. What's up, guys? Oh, good, it's muted. So, was it over here that this took place? Or was it on a different thing? I think it was a different one. Punchy.tv / JLP? It might have been JLP. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yeah, I think this is it. Jim in Alaska said, wow! And Alaska is not far from Canada. Wow, Canada, FYI, currently implementing assault-style firearms compensation program allows residents to turn in prohibited See, prohibited. So they're calling it voluntary because you can turn in your prohibited stuff, and at the end, if you haven't gotten rid of your weapons, then you're going to get criminal charges for illegal possession. That's insane. Somebody in the chat was talking about how in Australia they got rid of all their guns. Suckers in Australia. No respect for Australians. Shit, I'm kidding around, Australians. I respect everybody. I respect every white country. Every disgraceful, self-hating white country. Bill, the engineer of Punchy TV. Don't say this word, English kids. But, okay. They tried to... has she been arrested now, though? Okay, I searched... Katie Hopkins was arrested for saying this word that you're not supposed to say in England. Okay, the word spay, okay? In Pig Latin. A 2015 petition to have her arrested for hate speech was rejected. Okay, so that's 2015, all right? So, let's see what this says.
I was arrested and interviewed under caution. I haven't spoken about this yet. About 3 weeks ago. And I'm waiting to be charged for the crime of online communications, crime of speech. On my Katie's Arms, my pub, where I just, let rip, whatever, I called myself a spaz.
Whoa, don't say that, kids. English kids, I guess in England it's against the law and you get arrested.
I got arrested.
Because she has some condition, right?
Effectively by British police because that's offensive.
What does she mean if arrested effectively? But she got a visit or something and court date?
Jesus.
Whoa, don't say Jesus in the world. On Roseanne Barr's show, she said this. So that's a tip from the fallen state producer and the engineer Bill. Daniel, I think, told Bill.
It's demonic.
Yeah, what's up? You're in my top 100, probably top 50 even, favorite Jews. Roseanne Barr. I didn't used to like you when I was a kid. But now I like... I didn't used to like Trump when I was a kid. I didn't like towheads, people who were blonder than their skin. All right, so anyway, let's find out if that's really what towhead means. Towhead is a common misspelling and misunderstanding of the word towhead, T-O-W, which refers to a person, particularly a child with very light blonde hair. The old word tow, T-O-W, referring to coarse, light-colored flax or hemp fibers used for making thread and rope. Okay, so you would tow something with rope, maybe. Not generally considered offensive, though its pronunciation can lead to the mistaken T-O-E, like toe, like your big toe on your foot, which sounds like it refers to a foot and is therefore confusing and perceived as an insult. Oh, okay, so who knew? Yeah, hate news is fake news. Nice. So watch out. All of these countries, the point being, all of these countries are surrendering their freedom of speech and their freedom to carry awesome weapons and all kinds of stuff. It's ridiculous. And they're kissing and bowing down to hate, pretending to fight against hate. They're bowing and kissing to hate. I wouldn't have watched Roseanne if I were allowed to. I would have watched Simpsons because, cartoons, man. How do you deny cartoons? All right, so that's those are the super chats for now. Let me double check the chat elsewhere. Towheads in my family, says slave to him. Oh, sorry. No offense, sir. I like Trump now, and I like towheads. And right on. What's up, Creighton? Hello, Aries 1. Oh, by the way, it's chest day. It's chest day. Kilo Alpha Tango Aries 1. D Live crew. Here. D Live. Hake is on D Live. All right, so let me open up the treasure chest. So I give you guys a little bit? So I give you 50? I never give back. Hey, Hake, yeah, bro. All right, so no chest. Move along. Just kidding. There is chest. Obama's sunken chest redistribution of lemons for the DLive crew. DLive.tv/The Hake Report. So cool. Hello to the chat. Beta Legs, hey. The redheaded stepchildren, DJ Allen Powell. Chirp Alert 5000. Enjoy. Congratulations to Kilo Alpha Tango Beta Legs and Chirp Alert 5000. Poor DJ Powell, he didn't get anything. Looks like. Wow, you guys got a lot of lemons. 352, 202. Huge chest. So Obama's sunken chest is, you know, I've been doing push-ups, you know, I do like 12, 13. Hey, what's up, Lisa? Chest day means I open up the treasure chest on DLive. It's a newly coined term. Concave chests are beta. Says Lisa. Nice. And the stream was disconnecting and reconnecting on my pilled.net, but I think it's better now, I guess. Not a lot of activity there. That's okay. I got an invite, by the way, to return to Coffee Talk with Sandra's stream. Thank you, Sandra. I shall check that out. And a last quick coffee from Renesio. Mr. Hake, I figured out there's two kinds of people in this world. People you can count on, and people you can't count on, and people who just can't count. Nice. I get it, Renesio. You know, I fantasized after 2020, the election, of telling Biden, hey, Biden, I got 2 words for you. Trump won, B-word. And I told Nick that, and he's like, that's 3 words. And we laughed, or I laughed. So, nice. Hake, you got to be able to do 50 push-ups to be respectable. Well, I do them slowly. It's quality, so it may as well be 50. Not. No, yeah, I'm not respectable. I'm remedial. But it's not quite a sunken chest. I feel like it's going to pop if I go more. Man, oh man, oh man. I have to get to your calls. Okay, so where have we been? We got to Jermaine's gun grabbing IG video, Canada. We'll call it 2A grabbing, even though there is no Second Amendment there. We got to the chest day, and we got to can't count. Coffee, can't count. And I'll let me review where all we've been. Coffee from Anthony. Yeah. What did he say about the IDF? Praying for the IDF or something? I forget what it was, but pro-IDF. And we got to... I like to review what we've been through, okay? Let's see. It's a little bit important. Oh, yeah. The San Gabriel, man. Gross. Mike, and Saint Laurent River. Happy fishing to you, sir. And we got to Cesar. Oh, and I guess Sir and Fear. I think. Very nice. Eric on Fear. I think that's accurate. Okay? So let me get to... Oh, man. What do I do? Let me get to Stephen in Maryland on the line over here. Stephen, how you doing, man? What's
I'm
up?
doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing fine as well, sir.
I got some FYI for you. So Joanna Weaver played in The Alien.
Sigourney Weaver, that's right. She had the alien put into her in that Alien movie. I did see that just recently, within the past few to several years. Yeah, she was pretty. Was she pretty?
Yeah, she's a nice looking lady.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Is she still alive? We don't hear much.
Yeah, she's still here.
Cool.
But you got to save me, Hake. I'm surrounded by the C words.
You're surrounded by the C words, meaning these blacks who love whites more than you do.
Yeah. Like Jermaine in the north.
Yeah.
I got William on the west. Want to be white.
I turn my head to the east. Ain't nobody by my side. I turn my head to the west. Nobody in sight. What's that?
Then I go to the east. I got Happy Ricky. And then I go to the south. You got a female from Mississippi. I don't know what her name was. I forgot it.
Beautiful Sion. No, I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, I want to talk about the flat rockers. You know, flat Earth.
Yes.
I figure if it's a flat Earth, how do you get a Pacific Ocean going down and the Atlantic Ocean going down 33,000 feet? What's on the other side?
I'm with you, man. The flat earthers make no sense.
And then if it was flat, I could take a telescope, and I can see England.
Yeah, you should be able to see Everest, by the way, too,
right.
Probably.
Yeah, all that's good stuff.
Yep.
I don't know how they come up with a flat Earth.
Me neither.
And with that, I hang up my plane. I'm gone.
Thank you, man. Take care.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. That was a great, and I respect the brevity of his call. I can't hold it. I got to take a quick break. We have Rick coming up shortly here, but let me play an AI song. Yeah? Would that be bad? Shall I try Estamos No, I don't want to play a Mexican song, do I? Yeah, let's do it. Whatever. You haven't heard it. It's not bad. I don't think you heard this one. Be right back, guys. Oh, hopefully this is not all short. Because I need at least a minute and a half. How long is this? How much time do I have? Okay, I have a minute and a half. Be right back. Isn't it nice? And yes, I did. And yes, I did. Whoa. And yes, I did. They're clean. Isn't that pretty music? It's AI. Isn't that a pretty ocean? It's Venice. Well, thank you guys for bearing with me through the beautiful AI music. I needed the quick break. I thank you for bearing with me through that as well. Let's get back to Rick. Not that I was with him yet, but let's get back to calls. Rick, thank you for...
What's up, James? Sorry about that, man. I know you probably got to me.
No, not at all. Hey, Rick, how you doing?
I'm fine. What's going on, Brother James?
Getting ready for the Fallen State coming up with a South Africa woman coming on who's a liberal who thinks that they're still under apartheid. Gonna be fun.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
You know, man, I tell you, man, what do you think about the government shutdown? I know you.
I'm okay with it at this time. I like that Trump wants to downsize and fire people who probably shouldn't even have ever been employed by the government in the first place, at least not for the particular evil jobs that they may be doing, So.
Oh, yeah.
So I like it, and I hope it continues as long as it needs to.
Well, wow. But shoot, I love, who was that other guy on the phone? What's that? Not Joe. What's his name?
Well, today?
Yeah, just now. He called me, William.
Oh, yeah.
And the lady from Mississippi.
That was, I forget. That was Steven.
His name.
That was Steven.
Yes, Steven from Maryland.
Yeah.
Man, they don't. They gotta start thinking for themselves, James, because they don't realize it's like for example, the Democrats don't want to get to do the budget because they worry about illegal immigrants.
Yeah, totally.
And then why are you worried about that for? You got a lot of American people don't have insurance.
Right.
And I don't blame them. And I hope they keep the government shut down. I work for the federal government, and they can keep it shut down forever for all I care.
Whoa! Are you using tools right now?
Yes, I am. But I'm getting away from the noise. That's all. But anyhow, sure. Can you hear me now, James?
Yeah, kind of. There's a lot of racket.
Yeah, sucking water out of drains. So
nice.
Yeah, but anyway, the thing about it, it's just like why don't they realize what's going on, man?
Blind, angry, don't care, don't know. They don't really care about what's going on. They just want an excuse to judge you because they heard something that invited their judgment on you, negative judgment in this case.
Yeah, I look at it. I said maybe me and William and the lady from Mississippi is putting out some knowledge, I guess, huh?
I guess so.
Hey,
who's from Mississippi? What do they mean by the person from Mississippi? Unless he means Sion from Georgia.
I've never heard anybody from
You're making a lot of racket, Rick.
Well, can you hear me now? What about now?
I can hear you. It's just there's a whole lot of racket in addition to you.
Man, I'm sorry about that, shoot. Man, so I don't know who the woman is.
Don't be sorry, be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
Yep.
So, other than that, man, that's about it, though, Jay. So what do you think about the budget?
I trust Trump. That's it. That's all. I trust Trump. Whatever he wants to do, yes, please, go ahead. Be my guest. See if it works.
Same here, man. Same here. You can't keep just raising the debt ceiling every time.
I know, totally.
Yep.
That's
That's what I say. Every time, see, if they just go ahead and raise the debt ceiling, it'll come back up in about 6 more months. What you going to keep doing, you know?
Are you making your matcha smoothie?
Oh, no, I'm just doing some niggas for screws. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, hey, man. I guess my mic the noise is good, but I'm sorry. I ain't doing nothing now, but that's what I'm just saying, man. This is getting crazy out here.
Wow.
And, you know, so I think we just do what's right, James. What you say, brother?
I say the same. Do what's right and
do what's right.
Nice.
Keep it moving, man, because the Democrats are going to keep on trying to find something, and
they sure
when
will.
they don't get it, that the people don't accept that, man. You know, it's like they like crime. They like cities to be out of control.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
Look at Chicago. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yep. Totally. And I'm glad that Trump has moved in. I think he's moved into Memphis, Tennessee to deal with the crime in Memphis, Tennessee. So, nice. Rick, there's a lot of wind noise. I better get going, man.
Yeah.
We'll talk again.
There's a little wind. Okay, then, well, James, there's a little wind out here, so I will holler at you, man. Love you guys. Thanks for taking my call, man. But how long do you think this budget gonna last, though?
Oh, I have no idea. I hardly even honestly pay attention to that stuff. So we'll see.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll wait for CNN to let me know what's going on.
You're not gonna say, oh, they don't want to take care of the illegal immigrants. They want them bleeding out in the streets.
Whatever.
Yeah, you know,
they got to take care of themselves.
People's emotions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. We don't need this socialism.
James, exactly. Now, a lot of people don't realize what that is until they actually get in it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, when you go, you see, a lot of people like the free education, the free stuff.
Yep.
But when it comes to getting paid for your worth, that's when the government steps in and say, we only paying you $5 an hour. You work for us now.
Yeah, totally, man.
And then that's why I always tell people, when you want to go to another country, leave your wealth, what you made in the United States here, and go there and compete with the public.
That's the spirit.
They will not do that.
Yeah.
Because why you going to take your wealth? You going down there living on a high hole. You want to be comfortable.
Yeah. Totally, man. Selfish people. Selfish and blind.
Know it.
Well,
okay,
Rick.
James.
Good to hear from you, man.
Off here. Love you guys. Thank you, too. Thanks for taking my call. Love you guys. Be blessed.
Sounds good. Take care, Rick.
Yep. Love y'all. Be blessed.
Bye. A quick thing. Speaking of, and then I'll get back to the calls and we'll close up shop. Speaking of what? Trump said this. This is old. Speaking of American or Canadian or refugees turned government people, Trump posted about Ilhan Omar per this Benny Johnson guy from a while back. This was some days back. Someone check on Ilhan Omar, posts this guy, Benny Johnson, who's a meme maker from TPUSA or from Rebel Media. I forget where he's from. But anyway, he said, Ilhan Omar, this is Trump posting on Truth Social, I guess, back a couple weeks ago. Few weeks ago. Ilhan Omar's country of Somalia is plagued by a lack of central government control, persistent poverty, hunger, resurgent terrorism, piracy, decades of civil war, corruption, and pervasive violence. 70% of the population, 70, lives in extreme poverty, widespread food insecurity. Somalia is consistently ranked among the world's most corrupt countries, including bribery, embezzlement, and a dysfunctional government. All of this, and Ilhan Omar tells us how to run America. P.S. Wasn't she the one who married her brother in order to gain citizenship? Triple question mark asks Trump. He's not saying she did. He's asking her. He's asking if she was the one who did that. I don't know. What scum we have in our country, says Trump, the based boomer, telling us what to do and how to do it. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. I'm with you, Trump. Thank you, sir. Maybe we could say the same about that guy who's trying to grab the guns, but it's not just, what a mess. It's a shame, isn't it? Terrible. All right, so let me get back to this and get myself set up to close up shop here because we have the Fallen State coming up soon. But let me get to beautiful Maze in Dayton, Ohio, the sundown town. Hey, Maze.
Hello, James.
Hey.
Sound like you're down. Sound like you're down today. What's up?
I'm down.
Yes, you don't seem to be as jolly as your normally self.
I'm not sure. I don't know what's... If there's something up, I'm not sure what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Thanks for your concern.
I'm glad these slow and these people that are slow and don't understand stuff.
The
about the flat Earth.
Are you referring to the ill and uninformed flat earthers?
That's been educated and can't give answers. And I also want to inform people that, like Rick, that the Speaker of the House said that Trump shouldn't have closed the government. So,
who's the Speaker of the House? Is that the Rhino Christian guy?
That little short midget with the glasses on.
Are you talking about Mike Johnson?
Mega Mike, yes.
Oh, really? So Mike Johnson said that Trump shouldn't have closed the government?
Yes, he said it. Y'all didn't hear it?
So is Mike... No, I hadn't heard that. So
Okay.
do you think Mike is right about that? Should Trump not have...
He's right.
But I heard that it was a Democrat shutdown or a Schumer shutdown.
That's what they came out and said when they closed it down. As I said,
Is it bad to shut down the government? Does Mike know what he's talking about?
Do we know what he's talking about?
Yeah,
He's supposed to be a part of it.
Right.
That's why he's part of the House. So evidently, if he don't think so, if he thought so, he's saying that your president shut it down.
Oh well, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't care what Mike Johnson says.
Okay, we know you don't.
Yeah.
But for the people that's so lost and in thought with Fox, because it started on Fox and then it spread everywhere else, and then when it comes to the man with the Mexican hat on, that was so stupid, and they think it was funny.
Oh, you know what? I'm not really too familiar with that, but I heard maybe did we see that on Anchor, baby? That Trump posted memes and the Trump administration was posting memes of the Democrats and others in sombreros and playing mariachi music.
No, what they did, they showed him first, and then they got embarrassed, and then they added some more people to it, like,
Oh, okay. So they showed Trump in a sombrero?
I don't know if he was in one, but I mean, when you get caught in stupidity, like you're so smart and try to tell people what to do and nobody's listening, that's why some of you all are going into tizzy.
Yeah.
Having tantrums and different things like that.
It's sort of a woman thing to have a tantrum when people don't do what you want.
A lot of men do it. And
yeah,
one more
I
thing,
know.
James.
No, I know that men do it. I'm saying men are acting like women when we get frustrated like that.
You got one on here that live to live in the park. He stay in the park too much. But you need to give him a promo.
I'm not familiar. Get him a what? I have to wrap up in less than 30
Okay, I'm leaving.
seconds.
You need to give him a promo that says, I am not a Caucasian. I am not a Caucasian. To try to convince somebody that he's black, and he's not. So you give him a one since he got to try to convince people.
Okay.
He's really sick. Have a good one, Jay.
All right. Well, thank you, Maze. Take care. And with that, guys, this has been the Hake Report. Peace in the Middle East, or at least in your hearts. And the Fallen State. Check the Fallen State, and then American Anchor, baby. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.